This is a certified VoroAMI classic. Ben 10 is home to many sensational aliens, but there is one incredible alien we're going to be talking about today, and that is Space Jesus himself, aka Chromastone. One of the best and most underrated aliens in the entire series in my opinion. Chromastone is the definition of a hidden all-star player who sits down on the benches while the main player, aka Humongosaur, takes up all the screen time, which is why in today's video we gotta go over his matchup with the clown known as Cash from the episode The Gauntlet. So without further ado, my G's, let's get right on with a commentary video. The S-tier bully known as Cash was informing Ben Tennyson how much power he has like a Dragon Ball Z movie villain, and declares that no one can stop or challenge him in combat, not even Kevin Levin, the man he fodderized a day before. Now y'all are probably wondering, how did this scrawny kid manage to end up looking jacked like this? And how in the blue hell did Cash manage to beat the GOAT Kevin Levin? Well, my job here is to bring you up to speed, and I got y'all. Cash alongside JT are notorious for being bullies of Ben back in the OG series. They used to give this man an atomic wedgie all the time, and Ben would retaliate by using Accelerate to hang them up in trees too. We fast forward to this episode, and Cash and JT are still on that, well, we gotta continue humiliating Ben Tennyson to prop ourselves up, and I'm just like, wow bro. These guys are such losers. The only problem here is that no one was buying their bullying anymore. Like, do you see this hostile crowd right here? They're giving these two losers that same glare Jonathan Joestar gave to Dio back in part 1 of JoJo's Bizarre Adventure before packing him up. Not to mention, Ben straight up told them how pathetic they are not evolving as people and still doing the same stunts they've done for the past few years, cooking them badly in the process. And honestly, this is a perfect example of how the real world works. We all have that one person in our lives that we know who still believes their accolades in high school mean something, but nah, those days have passed, and Cash felt it here immensely. Later on, Cash would find a way to get hold of the gauntlet the Tennyson team had, and well, let's just say this man had a whole Symbiote Spider-Man bonding with a device. Bro was out here practicing Liu Kang kicks and Halo Blast with his new abilities. Naturally, this will lead to Kevin pulling up on Cash because number 1, he trashed the homie's 07 Dodge Challenger, and number 2, he stole from Kevin, and that is one thing you don't do to Kevin Levin. Only Kevin can steal, bruh. Anyways, these two post up to fight each other, and I was thinking, Kevin is for sure gonna pack this loser up, but nah, I was wrong. Kevin got fodderized so badly by Cash that even Gwen was shocked to see that Kevin got cooked. Not even just her. I know everyone who watched this episode for the first time was like, bruh, why is Kevin always being fodderized to set up an antagonist as the huge threat of the episode? Like, it's crazy, right? We pick back up to this speech as Cash lets everyone know he whooped the great Kevin Levin in a 1v1, and that Tennyson is next on his list. Ben, who at this point had enough of Cash's BS, told him he's not fighting him, and Cash was like, really? You're not gonna throw hands with me? Fine, I'm gonna pack you up with my plasma blaster. We then hear JT, the second loser in the sequence, call out to Cash as he tells his homie that what he's doing is messed up. They were supposed to be having Kai Cenat type fun, and declares that what he's doing right now is not him. Oh, he's gonna regret saying that. Cash yells at JT for snitching on him, and bruh, Cash is on that snitches get stitches type energy as my guy pulls out the Iron Man blast ready animation to fire at JT. This is his homie that he almost packed up, by the way. Cash rewatched Vegeta's betrayal on Nappa and was like, I gotta do this to JT myself. Gwen saves JT just in the nick of time, and this is why Gwen is one of the OGs in this show. She came prepared. Gwen cooks JT on the kind of friend he has, and the two look on, and oh my god, Cash is ready to Naruto tackle these two into oblivion. Somebody's gotta stop this. Now we gotta talk about one of the best pull-ups in the series as Ben rams Cash with his NFL offense badge, causing Cash to roll across the pavement like a loose tire. Cash recovers from the attack and stands up as we get this glorious shot of Space Jesus aka Chromastone. My boy looks so cold with that pose. Homie's got that Stone Cold Steve Austin pose when he tried so hard to break Undertaker out of character. Let's briefly pause the commentary to talk about how cool this dude Chromastone is. Chromastone is a 94 overall overall talent and one of the most underrated Ben 10 aliens in the series. My guy has everything going for him with his design, absorbing capabilities, and of course his one-liners throughout the entire show. If I were to pick a number of aliens for my playlist, Chromastone would absolutely be one of them. Ben tells Cash he doesn't want to get into a 1v1 with him since he has a history of cooking his opponents. Just go look at Vilgax and Kevin for references. Cash, like a fool, fires his beam at Ben, and that wasn't a smart decision from this fraud as the beam redirected into a super smoothie sign behind Ben. And you see, my people, this is why you always listen to reason. Cash, who is in the Cell Saga Vegeta era of not backing down, fires another shot at Ben. And do you know what our GOAT does with Chromastone? Bro proceeds to absorb that shit in with his energy absorption badge and redirect it back to Cash. Yeah, Cash, your overall went down by 10 points after that fail. Cash gets up and oh man, Ben ain't phased at all by Cash, and I love that so much. Homie has dealt with way worse. I'd be having that same kind of energy here too, to be honest. Ben tells Cash he can't beat him, and one thing bullies don't like is you telling them the truth. Cash gets so mad that he tells Ben that just because he's a freak, that means he's gonna stop. He's never gonna stop ever, as he minks Ben with a powerful punch, causing Ben to land on the pavement. Cash runs up to Ben, grabs the hero's leg, and don't tell me he's about to ragdoll Ben the same way Broly did to Goku in the 2018 movie. Cash lifts up Ben and smacks him headfirst into the bonnet of a car, and I feel so bad for whoever owns this car. Cash swings Ben around some poles, and this dude thinks he's him, doesn't he? The dude got that Joker grin checked off on everything. Cash runs to another side of the parking lot, and I'm sorry, but this shot always kills me. Ben's got that look of, damn, I'm not really hurt, but I'ma continue being in my Samuel Jackson era to make it seem like he's doing damage on me. As Cash jumps off another car with his Mario jump badge to slam Ben headfirst to the ground, and Cash is operating like a berserker villain type you see in different types of shows. This is crazy. Cash starts swinging Ben around like a windmill until he finally lets go so that Ben can perform barrel rolls into a truck. The dust settles and look at the GOAT. He's just sitting there like, wow, this is the best you can do? And Cash couldn't believe it. His Bane combo on Ben didn't amount to anything but Ben standing up and finger wagging him. No, this is so disrespectful. There have been many times where Ben has been straight up disrespectful to his opponents, but this moment here is not talked about enough. My guy gave him a finger no animation, making Cash believe he damaged him earlier in the fight. That's why he's the GOAT. Cash gets mad and runs up to Ben. Cash is not thinking at all anymore, and Ben does the same thing too as the two rivals collide to form the same collision pose that Goku and Cell famously had during the Cell Saga. Ben asks Cash why is he doing these heinous actions to get back at him, and Cash, like a loser bully, answers him by saying, why not? I got so mad when he said that. Dude is the personification of how bullies operated back in the day. Ben at this point is like, oh, I'll show you why you shouldn't continue with your actions. Ben overpowers Cash. My dude cooked Cash here so immensely that sparks were flying out of the armor. That's embarrassing. Even put bro on his knees like he's about to propose to him. Ben delivers one of his strongest speeches in the entire show as he tells Cash it doesn't have to be this way. Neither of them wins anything by fighting. Just stop. And one of the best fictional characters of all time, I don't make the rules. Cash delivers a revelation as he tells Ben he can't stop due to the nature of the machine always wanting to fight and repairing itself. JT, like a true homie, even though he's garbage as well, informs Cash that the Cash he knows isn't gonna let some alien machine overcome him, that he's the toughest kid in school, yeah, and should fight against it. Cash asks how, and JT tells him the machine doesn't control him, he controls it. And just like that, Cash had his own defining moment of overcoming the gauntlet with his sheer willpower. Hey, Hal Jordan, come look at this, bro. Naturally, this will lead to Cash no longer being connected to this machine, and Ben giving him one of the biggest sting eyes I've ever seen him give anybody, bro. Ben really had that face of, you messed up and you're lucky I don't transform into a humongousaur and chuck you into outer space for what you did today, bro. You cooked my homie Kevin, you stole from us, and you're still the same loser that you were 5 years ago, bro. But it's all good, man. I'm the hero of this story. I gotta let you go, because if I don't let you go, I'll be seen as the villain now. But this is one of my favorite episodes in the series, bro. The gauntlet was such a cool concept that they added into the show. Cash really, as a character, before they changed him in Ultimate Alien, he really was that great showing of how bullies operated back in the day where they don't evolve as people. Like, they think that if they do the same stuff years later that they're gonna get some type of recognition, but it's like, nah, bro, you need to evolve as a person, man. Like, nobody's gonna be laughing at your same stuff anymore. Everyone else is growing, you should grow too. So this episode was really fire, and of course, Space Jesus himself, Chromastone, one of his best fights in the series, man, and possibly one of his only good fights, because later on in the series, no offense to Chromastone, bro, but he gets cooked a lot of the times, man. Like, he got cooked by that water hazard in Ultimate Alien. It sucks, but yeah, Chromastone will always be one of my favorite characters, and besides this video, Certified Baddies will come out. That one is taking some time, but it's gonna come out, bruh. I had to add hiearchy to the list because the Bleach anime right now is just too hot, and they're about to have her fight Quincy Michael Jackson very soon, bro. I can't wait to see that animated finally. But anyways, y'all, if y'all enjoyed the video, consider hitting the like button and subscribe to the channel. I also got an Instagram y'all want to follow on there, as well as a link tree that you can find on my page. As always, I hope y'all continue on a nice week, and I'll catch y'all for the next video. VoroAMI out.